Hey, Tony Gasser here, popping in for another episode of Talks with Tony. Now I'm gonna try to be a little better this month and get through some of these. And y'all have to forgive me now because I read them with you, and so sometimes got the good, the bad, the ugly, the bloopers. So y'all bear with me. Now we're gonna jump right in. This one is a short one here, so we'll see. Hi Tony, I have a question. My son's father left to go help his mom, leaving me with our 6-month-old at the time. I have 2 kids in total. Before leaving me, his mom lived in my house for the entire year. At the end of the year/lease, he changed and started acting differently. He recently came back around saying he wanted to make things work. I asked him why he treated me so coldly, and he stated because he tried to make himself hate me. However, now I am happy in doing me. I have started focusing on my own happiness and minding my own business. The man wants me back, but I want to be by myself right now and with someone else. So my question, why do men do this? They see you happy and want to come back like I was going to die without him. That's a good question right there. So we may get through 2 questions because it's not that long, not too deep. But that's exactly what the issue is. And that's what you have to understand is that sometimes when a person has nothing to do in their life, when they don't have anything going on in their life, then they want to do nothing with you. I think it was Zig Ziglar I heard say that on a podcast a long time ago. He said, a person with nothing to do wants to do nothing with you. And so and I remember one time a man told me, he was a millionaire man. He said to me, he said, well, the reason why I want her back is because it feels like she doesn't need me. And I was like, wow, like that's the only reason why you want her back? Because like he had money and him and his woman had broke up, and his woman wasn't calling him and begging him for money for their child. And he said it made him feel like crap. It made him feel like nothing. The fact that she wasn't calling him and saying, hey, can you help with daycare? Can you help with school? Can you help with this or that? And so it upset him, and then it made him want to go back. But then guess what? He went back and did the same thing all over again, dogged her out again, and the relationship didn't work. They had to break up again and go on about their business. And they probably went through that 3, 4, 5 times. And that's what happens a lot of times. And that's why I try to tell, women all the time that, so it's like this. From the moment I met my wife, I knew she was my wife. So I never left my wife. I've never broken up with my wife. The time when she left me, it was kind of like I was overly questioning her. And then she had an ex, I had an ex. And it was like she left her ex and then she got with me. And then here I was starting to show signs of like insecurity, jealousy. And then her ex was, begging her back. And so he begging her back. So in a way, it was almost like, y'all know how it is as a woman, like how if you talking to somebody, you kind of have a soul tie with them. And if somebody new come, you really don't really fully give them your heart. You may like them, they may be cool, but you still wondering if this right here, what you had, can work. And that's what me and my wife went through in the beginning. And I feel like that was the real reason why we broke up after 2 or 3 months. But then guess what? Her ex got her back, and then he cheated on her. He cheated on her 2 or 3 times or something, so she had to break up with him again. And then guess what happened? I left my ex before my wife. I broke up with her. So I broke up with her, and it was because I did not love her. I had been with her 2 years, and her name was tattooed on my stomach, but I did not love her. And I heard one woman say, Tony, that's a lie. Ain't nobody in the world gonna get somebody's name tattooed on them and not love them. Men do it every day. Men do it every day. My sister had a boyfriend when she was 16, and that boy got her name tattooed on him 7 times. And he moved on by his life. He moved on by his life. He got a wife and kids and everything. He couldn't have had my sister, and she would have been glad to be with him. And he gone by the business. Men, we do stuff that do not make sense when it comes to a woman. We do some stupid stuff when it comes to a woman. And so that's what women have to understand. is like, hey, but a man who like you, he's not gonna leave you. He's not gonna leave you. And then the man left you, and then he told you that he tried to make himself hate you. And that's another thing that we do as men. When we don't like a woman, we try to make ourselves hate her so that we can get over her. And the woman ain't done nothing wrong. A lot of times, the woman ain't done nothing wrong, ain't done nothing worth being hated. But that's the way most men handle their feelings, because they are not strong enough to just wash their hands with the relationship, forgive and forget, separate irreconcilable differences and go on about their business. They have to try to make themselves hate that woman. And so you'll notice, as a woman, you'll notice that you may break up with a guy and he's sending you pictures of him with another woman. He trying to show off another woman online. He doing what he's never done for you. He trying to get the word back to you. And really it's because he feels bad. He feels stupid. He knows that you don't deserve to be treated like this. He knows that he was less than and inadequate and not the man living on the level he needed to be on to be with you. And so in order to make himself feel good about what happened, he want to make himself hate you. And that's what you got to understand. That's what you got to understand and realize. And so here's the thing. If you can break up with a man, if you could break up with a man, or a man could break up with you, and you can move on with your life and be happy without him and start focusing on yourself, and you growing and you want to be with somebody else, then that's not your husband. That's not your husband. You don't need to be with him. If you leave a man and he wants you back, and there's kind of like a pit in your stomach, and you feel like a certain type of, a little bit of an emptiness, then that could be your husband. I said could be. That don't mean it is now, because sometimes it could just be just a twisted bond. So understand that right there on a situation like this. If a man, and this is what I tell, women all the time. If a man leaves you, don't ever let him come back. If a man leave you and you didn't make him leave you, you didn't cheat on him, you didn't eat on him, you didn't, do nothing, lie to him, steal from him, you didn't make him leave you. Like, he left you because he just wanted something new, he wanted a break, he just wanted to ghost. If a man do that, never take him back. Never take him back, because he did that because he either a grown boy, he either don't know love, don't want marriage, or don't want you. A man who wants you will not leave you. Now, you might have to leave him, because he could want you and still not be all the way mature and be trying to get you to, be the piece to his puzzle to fit in his little, empty sandbox. And so he may force your hand to say, no, I got to move on about my life. And then he realizes, oh, she's this level of a woman. She's not coming down here. I want her real bad, but I thought that maybe I could get her to stoop to my level and we both could be dumb and blind. But she gonna keep her vision, and she gonna keep her intelligence and her sense about herself. So if I want her, I gotta grow. I can't get her to come down to where I'm complacent and comfortable at. I gotta grow. And that's what he gonna tell himself, and he gonna come and he gonna be trying to grow. So understand that right there. Okay? Understand that. Now we gonna get up one more in here. Gonna get it. Okay. All right. Now this is here. She was asking about a question, course. Anybody have a question about a course? Email support@TonyGaskins.com. Let me see. Look like we got some good love. Good length on this one. All right. I have been in 2 relationships, and have dated a couple of guys. My first relationship in college was very toxic and lasted 3 years. After I left that, I took a few months break from men. After a few months, I met a guy and we talked long distance, about 2 hours drive, and saw each other twice a month. I got tired of him always trying to pay my way instead of coming to visit, and I felt like he was stuck on his ex. I decided to give it 6 months. After 6 months, still no boyfriend/girlfriend, and completely disregarded Valentine's Day after I expressed wanting to see him. So I told him I felt like he wasn't serious and that we should end. He then told me he was in love with me and had been for the past 3 months. I told him it felt like manipulation. He got mad and stopped replying. That was the last time we talked. He would sometimes drunk call off friend phone until I blocked that number too. A few months later, I met my ex-boyfriend. My roommate introduced us and he seemed great. He would come over, take me out, talk consistently, even got me a watch gift when I got a job and was moving to NYC. 1.5 hour flight, 7 hour drive. I saw him messaging his ex one day. He said she reaches out to get in his head and he shows he doesn't care. By responding, why talk if she is toxic? Red flag I ignored. SMH. He seemed hesitant when I asked about LD, I guess long distance, and what he wanted to do. Red flag 2. But said, let's see how it goes. I decided to give it 3 months. It went great. At 3 months, we talked and decided to be together. This was after me bringing it up 3 times and him continuing to say we will talk. Red flag. Over time, great too. He gets bad with communication. Lazy with effort. Even when I came home for months during quarantine. And sometimes disrespectful, liking inappropriate pics, flirting on Twitter. He said he loved me since 3 months ago after dropping the ball on my B-Day. No effort. Just like with last call, I called manipulation. I did the 72-hour rule. He came back and things were a lot better for a while. Read 5 love languages, more effort to have quality time and words of affirmation. He even finally said he loved me and I said I loved him back. Then things got bad again. He kept traveling during COVID to see his friends and road trip, etc. and stopped putting forth effort again. I was mad because I'm like, you can do all this with your friends, but we are just staring at each other when I visit. We argued and I brought up my grievances. He then asked if social media was a deal breaker. I said yes. He never posted me, but on a couple of occasions I had seen him acting single online. Plus lack of effort. I felt like I was being foolish. So I broke it off. Lasted 7 months dating, 1 hour knowing. 7 months dating, 1 hour knowing. I'm not sure what that. One relationship knowing. Blocked him. Moved back to NYC. Living life. He is blaming our mutual friend for making me have expectations when she introduced us. He told her I was stalking his social media because I called out disrespectful stuff and followed his supposedly toxic ex back. I don't watch his page now or anything, but I'm so angry and hurt still 2 months after 2 months. I pray and try to watch your videos. Some days are good, then I get sad or mad again. I ignored too many red flags and I thought he was the one. I'm glad I let him go after laziness and disrespect, but I really cared for him. I don't know why I can't get over the situation. I'm afraid this was the straw that broke the camel's back and left me bitter. I'm young, 25, and I trust God for what's best, but I just don't understand why this happened again. I don't want to be a bitter woman so young. A husband and family is important to me. So I don't want to be bitter and toxic and ruin them when they come. Thanks, Tony. I watch your channel every day. You remind me of my brother, real and funny, and help me have better standards. But sometimes having standards hurts. LMBO, sent from my iPhone. God bless you now. You got your iPhone. So I'm going right in life now. God bless you. Bitter. I'm afraid that I'm ruining myself for my future husband and children. Well, sister, now you're not really bitter. Your feelings a little hurt. You know, your toes got a little stepped on in your feelings. You know, in any relationship, your feelings a little hurt, but you're still young. It's a natural process. What you're going through, you're gonna be mad because we don't like failure. Humans don't like failure. We don't like to lose. So it's like you took a L, and that L hurts. But see, here's what you got to do. This is what you got to do. And this is everybody that's going through this type of situation. What you're going to have to do is you're going to have to get you a notebook. You're going to have to get you a pen or pencil. And you're going to have to sit down and you're going to have to evaluate the whole relationship. And just like you put in this email, write down every red flag that you've seen and you ignored. Write down the red flag that you did not see but you know of now. Write them all down. And then write down beside that red flag what you should have done instead of doing what you did. What should you have done? And then after doing that, go to another page and write down every lesson that you have learned from that relationship. Write down every lesson. It might be 1, it might be 3, it might be 10. But write down the lessons. And the lesson could be small as you know, address issues when I'm upset. You know, it could be don't allow him to shut down and walk away. Don't allow him to ignore the question. It could be little lessons like that you write down, and this is your notebook of love. And you read this over and over and over, and you get it in your spirit. You get this in your spirit, and when you look at this now, the other lesson on this is, you know, you had this long distance situation. What everybody now, it's like if you meet the love of your life and you know without a shadow of a doubt this is the love of your life and it's long distance, okay. But if at all possible, try to avoid long distance situations. It's hard to trust somebody when they live right up under you. It's even way harder to trust somebody when they live hours away. So try to avoid, if it's possible, long distance relationships. Don't go into a long distance relationship iffy. Like if you consider a long distance relationship, you need to know that this is the person you have dreamt of, you have prayed for, you have thought about over and over and over. Like, this is the person for you. Like, you got to feel like that. You know, the other time that long distance can be okay is my wife gave me a new lighter. The other time that long distance can be okay is when you already have history with the person. So if you already have history with the person, like right now, if me and my wife had to be long distance, it'll hurt. But I already got history with her. She already my wife. You know, I already got history with her. So if I had to go away, you know, for a mission for a year, you know, we'll talk, we'll miss each other. It'll be painful, but we got history. You don't ever want to be building something long distance, because that physical touch, just being able to hug, being able to hold hands, being able to kiss on the cheek, you know, kiss on the forehead. You really don't stay off the lips right now. And in 19, but you know, just being able to, you know, keep your mask on and stuff, but just being able to be around a person, feel their energy, sit in their presence, like all that right there, that is important when you building. Now, the benefits of long distance is that you could build on friendship. But to build on friendship, when you long distance, y'all need about 2 hours of talk time a day. It could be, you know, 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at lunch break, 15 minutes after work, 15 minutes right before dinner, and then after dinner and workout or whatever, homework, whatever, then boom, an hour at night, 9 to 10, 10 to 11. Boom, you got 2 hours in. Y'all building, you becoming best friends. That's the benefit of that's the one benefit of long distance, is that you get to build on friendship, which is a firm foundation. But if you long distance and you're not really talking like an hour a day, even if it's in 15-minute increments, if you're not really talking like at least an hour a day verbally on the phone or FaceTime, then you're not really building. So you got to understand that you're not really building, and it's going to be extremely hard. What I'm telling you as a man, this don't make a lot of sense. So anytime when I talk about long distance relationship, it's always women in the comments that is just, oh, I don't believe that. I'm long distance and we are super happy. You happy. God bless you. You happy. I hope y'all happy. But I'm telling you, as a man, that long distance, long distance is not real for a man. It's not real. Like, a man could be living with you and he end up getting the 5-finger release in the bathroom with Angela. A man could be living with you and cheating on you with Angela. Cheating on you with nasty movies. Right in the bathroom. While he living with you. While he is away. And y'all long distance. Listen. God bless you. But if you gonna be long distance and you believe and you just so happy, you got to make sure you doing the work and you keep doing the work. It need to be, we talking an hour a day. We write handwritten letters once a week. We FaceTiming every day, even if it's 15 minutes. We looking at each other on this here phone. Nah, don't be doing nothing nasty on that phone and that Skype. Nah, because they watching you. You heard what Eric Snowden told you. They watching. Them folks out there, they sitting right there. Hey, come here. She got the runway this time. Ooh, last time it was bare. This time she got a runway. Ooh, okay, what else she doing? Oh my goodness. Do you see the size of that thing she pulled out? Oh my goodness. Who is selling that? The lady of Housewives, the little toys she sell? Oh my goodness. So listen, don't be doing nothing nasty. Don't be doing nothing nasty. Oh, you can watch. Nah, I didn't see this the thing now. Now I'm gonna tell you. Just because you doing nasty stuff on that phone with that man, don't mean that's gonna keep him faithful. Don't mean that could be just revving him up. That could be getting him ready, and he going to take it off on the woman in that city. He going to take it out on her. I'm ready. So don't think that just because you doing and do not think that you have to do that for a man, because that don't do nothing for a man. I hate to break it to you. All that right there through that phone screen, while you out there having your little own OnlyFans, FaceTime and Skype with that man, that don't do nothing for him. That don't do nothing, because the way that thing is created, it need the real deal. It need you hear me, be swimming upstream. And if it ain't swimming upstream in a warm body of water, listen to me, it ain't did nothing for him. The mind don't even process that, what you doing on that computer screen, because that mind, it ain't worrying about his pleasure. It's worrying about the job being done, and it know when the job has been done correctly. The mind know the difference between that thing being with a woman physically and that thing being with Angela. The mind know the difference. Oh yeah, the mind know the difference. That's just how we created, fearfully and wonderfully created for a purpose. And that's one of them purposes, is to replenish the earth. And so while you doing that, you just revving up his engine. You just teasing him. And now he even more hot and ready like Little Caesars, so that he could get out there in them streets and find him something. And that's what you need to understand. So with me and my wife, if I'm gone, I'm on the road, ain't none of that funny business. Because especially after I seen such and such wife on Google and such wife on Google, because of that iCloud. That's one thing bad about the iPhone now, that iCloud. Because that iCloud got hacked. Somebody hacked their iCloud. All out there, here you go, out there. So not every man looking at that there. Ooh, okay, all right. That's what she working with. So because of that very reason right there too, baby, I'll see you when I see you. We ain't doing nothing on the phone. I'm gonna sit in here and watch me some ESPN. Sit on here and read a little bit of this hot tea about these messy celebrities. Get me a topic for another video, and I'll see you when I see you. You hear me? So listen to me. I'm gonna have to do another video on long distance. I gotta just search my name in long distance relationship. I think I got a video out there on that, but y'all got to, be very careful with this here. Be very careful, cause and since the thing is, I can't really see you cause you ain't, your picture on here real small. Now the thing is, yeah, I can't really see you. Yeah, the thing is now, is that you went from long distance to long distance relationship. It's like you stand in a long distance relationship. So listen to me now. If you talking about two different long distance, or you was telling me about one, no, because one is 1.5 hour drive, and the next one was a 7-hour drive. Yeah, sister. Yeah, that's tough. So listen to me now. The lesson from the night videos. Number 1, if a man leave you, let him stay gone. If a man leave you, let him stay gone. Don't go back trying to seek his approval, get his forgiveness. Oh, he was confused. Oh, he was hurt. Oh, he was depressed. Oh, he lost his family member. Oh, he lost his job. That's why he left. No, listen. Ain't none of that no excuse. When a man love you and he feel like you his wife, no matter what come into his life, he want to draw closer to you. He might want distance in the sense of like, just let me cool my head for the day, tomorrow, the next day. But he's still in the same house with you. Same city, still in a relationship, still accessible to you, even if you just sitting beside him and you're like, I don't want to talk, I ain't feeling good, but he wants you beside him. You could be massaging his scalp, massaging his neck. He gonna want just some consolation, some physical touch when a man really wants you. If a man leave you, if a man tell you we need to take a break, if a man tell you, look, I don't know what I want, I need time to myself, I need to let you go to get closer to God, I'm going through a lot, I'm not financially ready, all that is excuses. Because one thing a man not gonna do, because we wired to find our wife, we wired to be fruitful and replenish the earth. One thing a man is not going to do is let go his rib. If he don't feel like you his rib, he'll let you go. But it ain't not unless you make him let you go by what you doing. Now, if my wife act a fool, then I got to go. You see what I'm saying? If my wife go out here and she, take a stupid pill, then I got to go. But just me up in one day and just saying, oh, you know what? It's other women out here that's single and look good and just got body like this. I just want something new. I could do that. I could wake up and go do that. But am I going to do that? Absolutely not. You know why I'm not going to do that? Because I'm in love with my wife. That's why I'm not going to do that. So I know what a man feel like when he in love. I know what a man feel like when it's all the way real. I know what that is. And I know as a man, we not that different. It's two types of men, grown boys and grown men. Point blank period. Point blank period. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it. So listen to me when I tell you this now. If a man leave you, let him stay gone. Now, if you have to leave him, that might be the lesson he need. And if you want him back, not about him just begging you, but he coming back to you and you actually say, you know what? I really love him and I want to give it another chance. That's different because that's on your terms. That's what you doing. But when he leave you, And if and a man should never take a woman back if she leave him and he didn't make her leave. He ain't do nothing. He ain't cheat on her. He ain't dog out. He ain't do nothing like that. And she just leave because she wants something new. The grass green on the other side. When she go out there and get her heart broke, a man should not take a woman back either. Don't think that it just, go one way. No, it go both ways. And then this right here, listen to me. Number one thing, stop ignoring red flags. You got to make different choices. You see red flags, you got to make different choices. Stop ignoring the red flag. Right now, it's some of y'all right now, you in a relationship and you ignoring red flag. It's red flags slapping you all across the face and you ignoring the red flag. So, hey, listen to me now. Listen to me. Get this in your spirit. Hear it all the way. God bless you. To those of y'all who wrote in on Sunday on AskTonyGaskins.com, I'll be getting through the rest of those emails tomorrow. And some of y'all ask, well, Tony, hey, is the letters gonna stop? No, the letters not gonna stop, because these are the letters that people write to inbox at TonyGaskins.com, and I have over 1,900 of these left. So these not gonna stop. The AskTonyGaskins.com, that is a paid service. That's where people, they're submitting a question that they need answered within 5 business days. Now, if you need something within 1 business day, don't send that in. Okay, it's within 5 business days is what my guarantee is. And when I need to change that, and I can't no longer guarantee that, if I get my schedule get too booked up, then I'll change to say 7 business days. Okay, so understand that right there. So that's something that's totally separate. And then the people, see, some people want an answer, but they don't want none of their business. They don't even want their story to be online, because they friend might follow me and know that that's their story, or they coworker. And so they'll rather go through AskTonyGaskins.com, because that's just confidential between them and me, and it's their story, and they getting something specific for them, not a lesson for the whole everybody watching. So that's a different thing in itself. But I just want to let y'all know, be patient with me on that. The other thing is, make sure you visit TonyGaskinsAcademy.com, because we got 2 courses on there that's in pre-order, and those rates change when the course go live. So make sure you go on there and you'll see the first 2 courses. They say available for pre-order now, and if they speak to you, make sure you go ahead and claim that price before it releases. The courses, online courses 101, where I'm teaching people how to do online courses, that release on the 12th of April. And then the other course, moving on, talking about, when you got to leave a relationship and get on about your business, that one will come out on April 30th, I believe. So, hey, thank you so much for your time. God bless you. We'll be in touch. We'll talk soon. Now, hey, this Saturday, I'm going to the Final Four, the men's Final Four. College team I'm working with made it to the Final Four, and that's just God. That's just God. That's just God. To have me as like a speaker or a life coach for a team, and they go to the big dance. That's God right there. Yeah, I can't even. My goodness. So we going. Hopefully we win. But either way, they made it there. So Saturday, I don't know if I get to do a video or not. Just depending on how much time I get in the hotel. But God bless you. We'll talk soon.